you guys, it's Candidly Coach K here, and I'm coming to give you life lesson number 17 as I journey to 40. Okay, you guys, I want to thank you once again for coming to join me along this journey. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like button as well as subscribe to my channel where you will find out more of my life lessons as I journey to 40, but also other things, teaching you more about me as we go through this thing called life. Okay, so today is life lesson number 17. Are you all ready for it? Here we go. There is power in your story. Yes, there is power in your story. Let me tell you why. So long, whether it was in my childhood or even overcoming a tumultuous divorce, I allowed guilt and embarrassment hold me from sharing my story. And I realized the moment I shared a piece of it, it empowered, enlightened, and helped so many other individuals overcome. That's how I know there's power in your story. You see, the enemy wants to keep us quiet, wants to keep us tamed without sharing the things that we've overcome. Because when we talk about what we've overcome, we talk about who actually helped us overcome. You know, God, that's who's helped me. Going through a very difficult childhood where the majority of it I lacked. I lacked parenthood. You know, my mother was an addict until I was 14. That's when she went to rehab. And my father was not there. And I didn't have a father figure due to my grandfather passing it when I was only 7 years old. And so I grew without a lot of things. I lacked guidance. I lacked nutrition. Plenty of time. Me, my sister, my brother, we would imagine ice to be a steak. That's how bad we had it. We can laugh about it now because we've all overcome and we have much better lives. And we have grown a lot in character due to the struggles that we've actually endured. But anyway, there were a lot of different things that I lacked as a child, and growing up without and being surrounded by friends who always had, it was extremely embarrassing to even speak upon because I didn't know anyone else who had my story besides those I lived with. And there's one incident in particular I remember like it was yesterday. I used to be best friends with this girl named Keisha Jones. We were the Keishas. And it was during the Christmas break. I lived in apartments and she lived in a neighborhood down the street from the apartments. And I was so excited. The only thing I ever wanted for Christmas was a 5-disc CD player. That's when CD players were big, y'all. We don't even listen to CDs no more. But anyway, and I remember I was so excited because Christmas came and I opened up my gift and it was a 5-disc CD player. I was so excited about it, so excited. And then that night, my mom allowed me to go and stay at Keisha Jones' house. And I was telling her about how I got my 5-disc CD player and it was the bomb and I was excited. And we were at her house, you know, and then the next day, we went to my house. We rode the bikes down the street to my house. And I went in to show her my 5-disc CD player. Well, first off, the table was missing. She was like, "What happened to y'all table?" I couldn't explain that. I knew it happened because things were always repossessed from us due to, you know, having parents that were on drugs. But I went to look for the CD player. And the CD player was not there. And I was embarrassed because I had told the story of me getting what I wanted and it was no longer there. I knew it had happened because this is something that I experienced a lot in my childhood, where something was bought for me and then, I don't know what my mom did with it, whether she sold it, returned it, whatever. But, it wasn't there no more. And I was so embarrassed because this had happened multiple times where I would tell a friend that I got something and then it ain't there. And I felt like no one understood, or I had no one that would understand what I was going through. And so I grew up as an adult being ashamed to tell about things that happened to me when I had no control over those situations. But what God showed me was the moments I opened my mouth to share my story, the people who needed to hear it, that were going through similar situations, were able to heal and recognize that they were not alone, and that if God kept me, he will keep them as well. That's a lot of the reason why I started the nonprofit called Teen Kick. It is important for us to share our stories. You have no idea who needs to hear it, who you will bless, and who you will help heal simply by sharing your story and how you healed. That's why I do what I do. That's why I'm coming every day consistently sharing my life lessons, because even if it helps one, I have done what God intended me to do. So, life lesson number 17 is there is power in your story. Share your story. And watch how, while you share, you will heal. Because you'll also see other people healing too. This is Candidly Coach K. I truly appreciate you joining me along this journey. Come back tomorrow where I will share life lesson number 18 as I journey to 40.